Hey Doc, this is Dean Hall with Renegade Media Company, and I want to thank you so much for watching this quick video. Now, here are the next few minutes. I'm going to be sharing with you my Renegade Patient Attraction System, which is my proven method for generating 15, 20, even 50 high-ticket patients each and every month. Now, before we get started with all the different strategies and how this all works, let me kind of identify on who this works best for. If you are an integrated or functional medicine clinic, you can absolutely implement everything I'm going to share with you today and to literally explode your business. Now, this also works extremely well for those who do regenerative medicine. So if you're doing stem cell or PRP, even hormone therapy, this system works extremely well for this type of business. We also have had really great success with chiropractors, especially those who sell care packages or offer spinal decompression or do laser therapy, and even those who do weight loss. So if you're a chiropractor that offers any one of these services, then this will be absolutely for you. Now, let me ask if this sounds familiar. How many of you have already spent a boatload of money on marketers who overpromise and underdeliver? Or you're currently spending a boatload of money on low quality leads or inconsistent lead sources. And I bet because you're doing that, you're tired of having a bunch of empty schedules with not enough people who are showing up to your practice. And those that do are typically no showing or they have no money. So if that is you, over the course of this free training, I'm going to show you how we can eliminate those issues from happening in the future. So a quick introduction to who I am and why it matters to you. As I said, my name is Dean Ha, and this is a picture of myself and my beautiful family. So in the middle here is my girlfriend Jennifer, and then in the background is my lovely daughter Ashlyn. So before I got into digital marketing, I was in the United States Marine Corps. I spent over 10 years in the Marine Corps, serving my country, and then in 2003, I was discharged, and I got right into the sales and marketing of the automotive industry, so the car business. So I worked with several auto dealers, helping them with their TV, radio, print, even their digital marketing, and spent over 10 years working in that industry, really learning all the different types of marketing and advertising. So in 2012, I decided that I wanted to launch my digital marketing company, Renegade Media, and I've been working with local doctors ever since. So currently, we work with hundreds of docs all across the country, and we've had some really great success. So let me share some of our current client results. So one of our newest docs is Dr. Kyle Roberts. He's with Breathe Chiropractic, and his practice is brand new. I mean, literally opened in August of 2018. And within his first 2 weeks of working with us, we were able to generate him over 70 appointment requests. And so he was so overwhelmed that he was just not able to help all these individuals. He had to start referring some of these appointment requests to some colleagues of his to make sure everybody got service. Then we got Dr. Todd, who is with Freedom Health Center, and he deals specifically with knee pain. So we were able to help him generate over 64 stem cell appointment requests valued at $6,000 a piece in just 30 days. And then we have Doc Harrison, who specializes in spinal decompression, and he's been working with us for about 4 months now, but within his first 90 days, he was able to generate 171 appointment requests at $4,000 each. And Dr. Temple, he specializes in neuropathy, and within his first 45 days, he was able to generate over 93 appointment requests valued at $4,500 each. Now, let me kind of backtrack to some of our oldest clients. We got Dr. Lyle, who's the owner of Laser Joint Centers, and within his first 18 months of working with us, he was able to increase his revenue by over $200,000 per month, and he's been steadily growing ever since. And then we got Dr. Schuyler, who his clinic was associated with a local gym, and that local gym got bought out by LA Fitness. So his practice had to be completely rebranded and move in a bunch of new locations. So because of that, we got really aggressive on his marketing, and eventually he added 2 more locations and over $100,000 a month in new revenue in just 7 months. So super excited for the growth that Dr. Schuyler's had since we've been working with him. So a lot of you have been working with a lot of traditional type of advertising, and let me kind of identify some of the problems that you probably experience or you're currently experiencing with traditional advertising. So as you probably know, it takes weeks, even months to start to gain momentum. And unfortunately, for most traditional advertising, you're not able to target specific demographics. So you can't go specifically after women or men, specific age groups. Unless you're doing direct mail, then you have a little bit more targeting with direct mail. But if you're doing TV or radio, uh, or bulk print like the coupons, or even if you're doing any of those horrible Groupon deals, it's very difficult to target your ideal demographics. Not only that, it's super expensive and is inconsistent at generating results. And last but not least, it's super difficult to track your return on investment. So let me kind of identify some of the solutions to traditional advertising. And first of all, you want to implement a proven system that is guaranteed to bring in results. So let me kind of cover what those solutions are. So first of all, you want to find your target market. So you want to identify the prospect who's most likely to do business with your practice. So who's most likely going to be a good candidate for the thing that you are selling. So cool thing about digital marketing is that we can be very laser targeted with exact who we want to get in front of, specifically demographics, where they live, how much money they make, and advertise specifically to those individuals. So once we have identified who is most likely to do business with us, we then slip an ad in front of them on both their mobile and their desktop, which they're spending roughly 85% of their time on anyways. So we use a system that automatically captures, connects, and converts leads into new patients. So that's more important than anything, is having a system that we can implement so we can have this thing running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And last but not least is that we want to have an automated follow-up that can touch our prospects with multiple touch points. So a touch point is like a text message or an email, an automated voicemail, or even a live call, maybe another ad that they see on Facebook, or a Facebook post, or a YouTube video, or an email. So all these different things are touching your prospects at different times, helping them in the buying decision. And our goal is to make sure that your lead is scheduled on your appointment, on your calendar, and then they actually show up to their appointment. So imagine what your life would look like when you can literally count on new prospects, consistently booking appointments on your calendar each and every month. I mean, you never have to worry about losing money on advertising again, and what the difference would look like for you and your family. So why paid advertising? So first of all, it's scalable. So depending on how busy you want to be, you can just turn the dial up at any time and get more people through the door. So that's awesome when you're dealing with advertising. Second, it's predictable. So once we understand the dynamics of your business and your market, on what it costs us to generate a lead, what it costs us to generate an appointment, then what it costs us to generate a sale, then we know based on our budget roughly how many people we're going to get into our office at any given time. And last but not least, it's measurable. So if we know all the key performance indicators based on our market and the thing that we're selling, then we know exactly how much revenue we're going to generate based on how many leads that we generate every single month. So why Facebook, and why Facebook is my favorite? Well, first of all, there is over 2 billion people on Facebook each and every month. What that means to you as a business owner is that your target market is on Facebook every single day. Now, if you didn't know this, the average person spends almost an hour a day on Facebook checking about what people are doing and they're just on Facebook, constantly throughout the day. And right now, Facebook offers the lowest cost to acquire a new customer compared to any other source of paid media. So this is where the Renegade attraction system comes into play. And this is how we get leads off of Facebook. So let me kind of walk you through the keys to a profitable campaign. So first of all, as I mentioned already, you want to target the right person based on the success that you've already had in your business. So if you know that your ideal prospect is a woman of the from the ages of 40 to 65 that's married and makes at least $75,000 per year, well, we can find that specific person and put an ad in front of them. So once we have identified the person who is most likely willing to do business with your company, we create an irresistible offer. So that is an ad that we put in front of their newsfeed with maybe a free consult or free treatment or whatever it is to get that person in the door and take action. And at least have a conversation with you to see if you can help them further and get them to start care. Now, in that process, we utilize a system, or more commonly known as a funnel, to help build authority and why your prospects should do business with you versus your competition. And last but not least, we want to have a system that automatically follows up and provides social proof, so that way your prospects not only schedule appointments on complete autopilot, but they also show up. And we have this system running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So let me break this down to you in a more visual aspect. So first of all, we want to kind of make sure that we target the right person. So with Facebook, there's a lot of different ways to get your message in front of your ideal prospect. So we can either run a video, we can run an image, we can run some text, and then based on who we're going to advertise, if we're talking women or men, we'll determine what type of ad that we're going to run in front of that person, and more importantly, where that ad is going to show up. Is it going to show up on their newsfeed? Is it going to show up on their desktop? Is it going to show up on their mobile phone? What way is the most logical way to get that message in front of your ideal prospect? Now, unfortunately, if you're dealing with somebody who doesn't have the experience working with Facebook, they can literally throw away thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars a month advertising to the wrong person with the wrong message. So we want to make sure that we don't have that problem. So during our process, we're going to make sure that we have your ideal prospect in mind, and based on our experience, we know exactly what ad, what type of format that person is most likely to engage with. Now, let's talk about the targeting. As I mentioned before, with Facebook, we can get laser targeted exactly to our perfect ideal customer. So we can advertise based on our age, sex, our location, where they live at, what type of work they do, if they're in a relationship, so if they're married, if they have children, even if they were recently engaged. We can even target them based on interest. So if they're actively looking for the thing that you're selling, then we can advertise to that group of people. So by doing that, they already have this conversation going on in their head that they want to take action on the thing that you're selling. So all of a sudden, your ad shows up in their newsfeed. Of course, they take action. So let's talk about the Facebook ad. So here is a couple of different examples. On the left side is an example that we've had really success with, like spinal decompression, laser therapy, even normal chiropractic. And then on the right, we have an ad that we've had really good success with, stem cell therapy. So once your prospect sees our ad and says, yep, that sounds like me, I want to take the next step, they go ahead and click either the learn more or the sign up button, and that takes them to a landing page. Now, as you can see here, the landing page is a pretty simple page. It's a one-page website, and it really has two options for the prospects to take action. So what a lot of amateurs do will they'll send traffic to your homepage of your website, which unfortunately your website is really not designed to convert prospects into leads. It's more designed to be an online brochure. So what if you're doing that, what's typically happening is that 98, 99% of your potential customers or leads, they're going to land on your homepage and they're not going to see exactly what they're looking for. And so what happens is they bounce off and they never come back. So with a landing page, it's very specific. It's condition specific. So we're going to talk about back pain or shoulder pain or knee pain or whatever problem that person is having, and we're calling that individual out and saying, "Yep, you're in the right place." And for those who are ready to take the next step, they're either going to pick up the phone and call you, or they're going to download your voucher and go through the process to schedule appointments. So they enter their name, email, and phone number, and we send them a voucher to schedule an appointment. So here's the secret sauce to get your leads scheduled and they actually show up. So first of all, you as the business owner want to be instantly notified when that lead comes through your system. So that way you know what the steps are happening to that individual to get them to take the next micro commitment to coming into your office. The second thing is that we want to have an automated follow-up that sends out text messages, emails. And during this process, what we're doing is that we're building trust, we're building authority. We're also providing social proof on why you are the doc of choice. Now, this continues to happen until that individual books an appointment or says no longer contact me. All right, so on top of that, we have your ad following your prospect around everywhere they go online. So just like what you have seen in the past with like companies like Amazon or Best Buy, when you're looking at that set of golf clubs and all of a sudden that set of golf clubs follow you on the Facebook and YouTube, well, that's called retargeting. We implement that same strategy so that your business, your message, your offer continues to stay in front of your prospect until they take the next step. And based on what step they're on will determine what message they see next. And we're going to continue this process until they buy from you. And then once they buy from you, we're going to bring them into the next process to buy more from you. So that is what is included in this automated follow-up sequence. Now, some of these people are ready to buy now, where some may take a little bit more convincing. So we offer an online scheduling system for those who are ready to take the next step moving forward. So what that allows you to do is literally book appointments in your sleep. Now, some of these individuals are going to pick up the phone and call your office to schedule an appointment. So we want to make sure that your office staff can handle those incoming calls properly. So we track every call that comes in, and we use proven sales scripts and proven appointment scripts to get that prospect on the calendar, and then we follow up with them to make sure that they're coming in. Last but not least is that we use an automated tracking sheet so that way you as the business owner can see where everybody is at any given time during this process. Now, this is what it looks like. So this is the lead notification. As you can see, every single day we're getting leads coming through our system and we're scheduling appointments. Now, once that person has taken that step, the next step in our process is to get them to schedule online. So we create a custom built online calendar that is specific to your office, that is specific to your dates that you're available, so that way you're not dealing with patients when you're not available, or they're not booking times when you're not available. So once somebody finds a day that works best for them, they pick a time, and then they're on your calendar. Now, our process is to tell that individual that once they've booked the appointment, they want to call to confirm that appointment. So we have all our phone tracking monitored, so that way we know that our staff is aware of that prospect, and we can listen to each one of these calls to make sure that that prospect is handled properly. And the next step in that sequence is taking place. And like I said, the last but not least is that automated updating lead sheet. So you know, as the business owner, what the process is, where each individual is in that the journey through coming into your office and starting care at your practice. So this is literally how you schedule leads while you sleep. Now, can you see on how this could work for you? I mean, with the right audience, the offer, landing page, and ad copy, and the instruction that I just given you, I mean, you could literally have this thing up and running. I mean, it might take you a while to get it built out, tested, and running, but you could absolutely do this. Now, let me ask you a question. Who here is an action taker? Who wants to have all this literally set up, handled, and up and running within the next 72 hours? If that's you, all you need to do is click the Schedule Now button below and be ready for guaranteed results and an endless supply of red hot patients. Now, what's going to happen is that during our strategy session, myself or someone from my team is going to learn more about you, your office, and more specifically your goals. And we want to make sure that our services are a good fit. So we just don't work with anybody. We work exclusively with specific business owners. And because of that, we are so confident in our abilities, we absolutely guarantee your results or you just don't pay. Now you have a choice to make. You could either do nothing, which requires zero risk, and continue to experience the same results that you've always had with little or zero change. Or you can click the Schedule Now and let us show you how we can absolutely guarantee your results and provide an endless supply of red hot patients. Now, this is only for you if you're a serious business owner who wants to grow your practice. You're currently running ads on maybe TV, radio, direct mail, maybe doing those horrible deals on Groupon, or you're even spending money on Facebook and you're not getting a very good ROI. And you have at least the capacity to take on another 15, 30, maybe as many as 50 new patients every single month. And last but not least, you're willing to follow the process and trust our proven system. Now, here's what you're going to get by working with me and my company. First of all, you're going to get our proven, tested Facebook ad and copy. Now, if you went out to any copywriter, you could very easily pay well over $1,000 for these items in your business. If you went out there and hired an individual to do a landing page and that you had it designed, built, and hosted, well, that could very easily cost you well over $1,000 as well. Now, what most important thing is that you want to have some coaching because you as the business owner, you're probably too busy to handle everything. So you want to have someone else that can help your staff make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So you're going to have somebody in place to do some quality control. And that's well easily worth $500 a month. And having an online scheduling system, well, that could very easily generate you $10, $20, even $30,000 a month just by having that alone. So it's well worth a $600 value. And just being able to track all your call volumes and everything, well, that's very easily worth $250. And not to mention guaranteeing results and Renegade's decade of experience. I mean, that's literally priceless. So click the button below and have your no obligation strategy session today. I mean, there's literally no risk.